play as they administer their respective oaths of office to each other. Guys, take it away.
Did you mention I'm the senior judge?
And
How do you
senior
feel,
means old.
Father? Okay.
And senior reestablished means what today?
Are you going to have the whole family come up?
Sure, you'd like me to go first?
Yeah, why don't you bring your family up
All right.
and I'll read what they wrote.
All right.
Just your immediate family, or are you inviting half the room?
I think we grabbed a couple extra.
Are you going to leave your dad sitting out there?
Yeah, they can sit down.
They can sit down.
They got a break this year.
You got a break. Wait a minute. These aren't all yours. Okay.
Three.
You just scared me. I might have missed one. Okay, if you'll place your here, give me this.
Okay.
That's why I'm the senior judge. Place your right hand. If you repeat after me. I,
I,
Joseph J. Valentino,
Joseph J. Valentino,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of town justice
of town justice
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God. Thank you, Judge.
We always get to say a few words.
Good job. Okay. Okay. Thank you. One last one. Go ahead. Thank you. Sorry, sometimes they're a bunch of hams. I'm honored to be reelected. I really enjoy the job. It's something, you know, when you go to school for years and you study and you become a judge, you just want to do the best that you can. My wife and I, we live in a great neighborhood. We have great neighbors, and we're fortunate. I mean, in Irondequoit, the houses are close, so it's good to have good neighbors. And when you do the job, you know, there's a lot of things going through your head. You take each case, the facts are different of each case. You got to apply the law to the facts. But you also think that if those good neighbors or good people in Irondequoit are in watching, you want them to leave thinking that justice has been performed. So there's a lot of people I got to thank. This time around, because I was unopposed, which was better. But this re-election really, it's not about me. It's about the employees in our court. The job for us is part-time. You know, we're not there all the time. But there's people who are there all the time. They're working hard, and they're the ones who make the court look good. And it's my opinion that Irondequoit is one of the best town courts in the county. It's a busy court, unfortunately, and we have a lot of numbers, and it's a lot of work. So I do want to recognize the people who work in our court, because their faces and names get lost behind ours, behind the judges. So I would like to thank Irene Schmiegel, our court administrator. She's been working in the court for 29 years. Lisa Farron, my court clerk, who puts up with me on a daily basis. She's a great court clerk. Jean Mastrella, Cheryl Stewart, Mary Lou Steger, Mary DeMonte, Cynthia Johnson, Tori Wahibi, Gloria Romano. These women work hard each day to make our court one of the best, and I want to thank them. Another reason I was unopposed, which I was very happy about, is that, you know, when you get support of a lot of the political parties, it helps. I would like to thank Joe Morelli. He's supported me each time I run. He always supports my family, and I really appreciate that, Joe. Thank you. Each time I've run, I've been supported by the Independence Party. So I'd like to thank Steve Corrin and Aaron Sperano for their work on my campaign and their help. I always appreciate their support. I would also like to thank Jesse Lenny of the Working Families Party, who also, the Working Families Party has supported me each time. So I appreciate that. And this time around, I got endorsed by the Conservative Party and Tom Cook, and I was very appreciative of that. And obviously, I think that's one of the other reasons why I was unopposed. So I appreciate that. I would like to thank Judge Janier and Judge Russi. I can't think of two finer people. Sorry. This happens because I was sick. It doesn't happen in court. It does happen when I thank people. I was sick, and they helped me a lot, so thank you. It's not fun being sick. You feel sort of helpless, and they were great. Thanks. To my family, I love you. Thank you.
Town is pretty good when you are in a
Sorry
tough
about
spot. That's okay. All right, Judge Janier, Philip, and Revley, are they here? Come on up.
Where's the other one? Oh, nap time. Bring her up. That's Indy.
Indy, oh, hi.
It's Marissa.
Kids, you're doing a great job.
Okay, honey, you got to hold the Bible for me, okay?
Hold it up like that.
Okay, you got to smile.
Good job.
Which one? Is this the way we go?
You got it, Judge. Hey, Judge, repeat after me. I, Joseph T. Janier,
I, Joseph T. Janier,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of town justice
of town justice
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you for allowing me for a 2.5-hour speech. I really appreciate you doing that. Again, this is unusual. I am old, Father, okay? I was there before the parish was, okay? That's not a joke, folks, all right? I have a larger family, but they're on the East and West Coast, so they didn't show up today. But I truthfully thank my family and their support throughout these. You ready for this, folks? 20 years as a town judge in Arundecoit. Boy, it scares you. It really scares me. I didn't think I was that old. I'd like to thank, of course, Joe Morelli for his support and his team's support, and some old senator over in the corner who originally started my career, Ted O'Brien, 20 years ago when I said I want to run for judge, and he goes, "Who are you?" Again. It's been a long haul, hasn't it, buddy? And I really appreciate both of you, all you have done. I also appreciate the other political party that has backed me. Mr. Cook has backed me over 20 years, believe it or not. I especially like to thank the people of Arundecoit. I'm sort of like the Arundecoit native. I had no place to go, so I stayed here. You've always supported me. The people of Arundecoit have supported me. And there's been some tough political campaigns that I've had. Of course, I do realize where the voting public is, and I like to mention a few of those places where the voting public hangs out. Marge's on the lake. O'Loughlin's by the sea. One commercial in my hair is done by the OK Barbershop, Tony's Barbershop. Why do you think that's funny? You don't think I get my hair done, Celie? Okay, then. Okay, of course, the Cooperdale. All right, and the Village of Pasta up on Ridge Road. Pasta Villa. Okay, then. All those people are friends of mine, and they've been supported, and I think Fran's even here tonight. Are you there? Wave in the corner, Fran. Okay, dear. All right. I've been very fortunate. I have two great guys to work with, okay? And we get through everything in spite of the DA's office. I just had to give that shout out. When I originally started here, if I'm not, you were assigned as a DA. Of course, you're only 12. All right. But I really appreciate all the public support over the years. And I especially like to say congratulations to the new town board and to the town board that's leaving. They've done an outstanding job. What's really funny is I was standing next to Adam at one of these library board meetings or something like that. Okay. I said, boy, just think, what was it? 20 years ago, I was a judge, and what were you, 15 or 16? He looks at me and says, no, I was 12. Congratulations to the young guys on the board and the young ladies. Okay, I hope your tenure is excellent. And remember one thing, the most important thing as an elected official is the people of the town of Arundequoit. So keep that always in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judges Janier and Valentino. All right, Jackson and Anna, I'm sorry, you guys got to wait the longest, but you're doing great. All right. Is she coming up too? I think she has to. All right. We're going to have Majority Leader Morelli join us up front to administer the oath of office to County Legislator Joseph Morelli, Jr.
Yeah, while folks are coming up, first of all, Joe Janier mentioned a number of places. He didn't mention the Stardust Lounge where he performs nightly from 7 to 9 o'clock. So please be a patron of that. I just wanted to say a word about Joseph, if I could. I think one of the highest compliments a child can pay to a parent is to become interested and involved in their line of work. Mine happens to be government. And when Joseph made the decision to enter public life, I was very proud of him. The way he has gone about the task with dedication, integrity, and hard work has made this father even prouder. So, thank you. I should take the oath with me, right?
Yeah, well, let me just tell everybody about him just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
He was appointed to the Monroe County Legislature in January of 2013. And since then, Legislator Morelli's top priority has been to ensure that younger Arundequoit residents are able to stay in this town. He spent his first year in office fighting for property tax relief for homeowners who make energy-efficient improvements on their homes and led the way in promoting innovative state policies that will bring high-tech jobs to Monroe County. Whole bunch of family. Arabella's the star. Let's just get that straight. Morelli's, go ahead.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph D. Morelli, Jr.,
I, Joseph D. Morelli, Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Monroe County Legislator
of Monroe County Legislator
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you to Jennifer Johnson, our resident MC. That's pretty awesome that we have her right in the town. I first want to thank my parents who really have inspired me, and the reason I've gotten involved in government is because of what they've always taught me, which is we need to continue to work on behalf of the people of our community and on behalf of our neighbors. I want to thank my sister Lauren and my brother-in-law Nate, who's running the cameras here tonight. Thank you, Nate. And of course, to the newest member of our family, Arabella, who was born in September and has been our good luck charm. To my brother Nick, who's here and helped me on my campaign, and to his girlfriend Molly, who came all the way from Albany to be here with us. To my grandparents Gil and Julie, who are here with us today. Thank you for always being there. It's a pleasure to serve in Irondequoit, and this is the best town in the world. I don't care what anybody says. We have the best schools. We have the best people. Every day when I talk to people, I'm always trying to convince someone you should move to Irondequoit. It's a great place to live, and I'm so proud to have the support of the people of this town who have been with me the whole way and continue to support me. I'm looking forward to going back to the county office building to work on their behalf and continue to make sure that we support the programs that are important here in Irondequoit, in our community, and for the people of Irondequoit. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Legislator Morelli. All right, we're going to move on to the swearing in of our newly elected members of the Irondequoit Town Board, which will see 3 fresh faces this year. The aforementioned 12-year-old, who is no longer 12, Dave Seeley, come on up. And as Dave comes up, I want to tell you a little bit about him. Dave was born and raised in Irondequoit, a 1999 graduate of Irondequoit High School, the son of 2 public school teachers. Come on up. He has always embraced the value of public service. He has served as Governor Andrew Cuomo's regional director for the Rochester area and now serves as senior advisor to Majority Leader Joe Morelli. Joining Mr. Seeley are his parents, Michael and Karen, and administering the oath will be Majority Leader Morelli.
Thank you. As I did about Joseph, I just want to say a word about David. I've had the pleasure of working with him for many years, side by side, in fact. He's an incredibly hard worker, cares deeply about our town. He teases himself a lot, and we tease him about the size of his upper torso, which, as you can see, is rather large. But it occurs to me that you would need a body that big to have a heart as big as Dave Seeley, so it's an honor to be here. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, David Allen Seeley,
I, David Allen Seeley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of a Irondequoit Town Board member
of a Irondequoit Town Board member
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Jack. I promise I won't be as long as the judges, okay? We're moving along now. To all the parents, that goes out to you as well. First of all, thank you all for being here. This town has meant so much to myself personally, my family. This is probably actually this is the proudest day of my life. I can say that. I'm so thrilled to have the opportunity to serve. Thank you to Majority Leader Morelli, not only for your leadership to Irondequoit, but really to the rest of the state. We're blessed to have him here. I'm proud to call him a mentor. All of us here are proud to call him Joe. We know him. He's our friend, and it's great to have him here. Joe Morelli. Congresswoman Slaughter, thank you so much for being here. This means a lot to us, and for your leadership in Washington. You continue to make us proud, so we appreciate you being here today. Congresswoman Slaughter, everyone. I have to thank Jennifer for not getting in the shot while I was being sworn in, so I look halfway decent. But you know, the rest of the market gets her every Monday through Friday, 6 to 10. But whenever something significant happens in Irondequoit, she's all ours. So we appreciate you being here, Jen. Mary Joyce and Debbie, thank you for coming here. It's a testament to your love for this town, and it really does mean a lot to have you here today. And thank you for your leadership. Running for office, you can't do it alone, and I was blessed to have the help of a lot of good people, many of the aforementioned parties, third parties mentioned, all the volunteers, my beautiful treasurer, Andrew Gazzetta. Thank you. You know how much it means to me. I won't name you all individually because that would take us to 2015, but I do appreciate all of that. All of your help. So when you're the son of two public school teachers, and actually the sibling of two others, public service is something that's impressed upon you at an early age. And I'm delighted to have my parents here today to share this day with me, along with the rest of my family. My parents, I said this before, actually the reason I ran for office, they've spent most of their lives here. They've raised a family, raised 3 children, some better looking than others, but they've helped make Irondequoit a better place because they cared enough really to do so. It meant that much to them that they were willing to work at it. And there are thousands of people in this town, just like my parents, many of them here today, who really want this town desperately to succeed. And like me, they get a little frustrated when they see in the spotlight that which gives us adversity versus the things we all love about Irondequoit, whether it's our tree-lined communities, our great schools, our beautiful natural environment. And Irondequoit really does have these things. But we can't just rest on our laurels. Right now, I think there's something very organic going on in this town. It's something I've really never seen before in Irondequoit, or actually any community I've lived in. You can feel this momentum. It's a good thing. It's a positive energy. It's an optimistic energy. And it's really provided us with an opportunity to see real progress in the town. And if we're going to strive as a community, if we're going to be the best community for working families, for middle-class families in the area, we really need to capitalize on this. And that's why Adam, Lori, and I ran this fall, or this summer and fall, really. This spring, summer, and fall. We're still running. We were up to the challenge for to make Irondequoit a better place. And a note about Adam. Adam's going to be a terrific town supervisor. He's going to join a great board. He will be terrific, but he'll be especially terrific if we work with him, if we have his back. If we can turn this momentum, this energy I'm talking about, and turn it into a wind that guides him forward, I really think we can accomplish great things. So I thank you for your support. Let's get to work, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Seeley. All right, Lori Barnum, would you like to come on up? And Congresswoman Slaughter, who will administer her oath. And as everyone assembles, I'll tell you a little bit about Lori. She has certainly left her mark on the Rochester community. She served as the executive director of the Susan B. Anthony House for well over a decade, and also a member of the administration of Mayor Robert Duffy as Director of Cultural Affairs. At present, she is the Director of Development at the YWCA of Rochester. Our only female being sworn in today. She has a master career that I think Susan B. Anthony would be proud of. Joining Lori up front, I hope I'm not leaving anyone out, but her 2 children, Jim and Katie. Jim's family, Marina and Giovanni, and Katie's husband, Kevin, and their 2 children, Alexa and Deacon. Now come on up, get the good pictures, get the good pictures. Go ahead with the oath.
Let's see, I gotta go the other way, this way?
That's right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Lori LaChusa Barnum,
I, Lori LaChusa Barnum,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Town Board Member of Irondequoit
of Town Board Member of Irondequoit
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You are the new councilwoman.
Oh, wouldn't he love to be up here making a speech with me? First of all, I'd like to thank Congresswoman Slaughter. You've been an inspiration to me over the years. I think we met 1990, at least, yep. And you are a pioneer in this country for all women in government, and you have been an inspiration for all the women who are trying. You fought the bias, and you earned the respect, and you contributed greatly to this country, and I thank you so much, Louise, for administering the oath. We met. Thank you. You know, we met through the Susan B. Anthony House, and I know Susan B. Anthony would be proud of you, and she has inspired me as well. And I'm humbled also for all the support that I've received from the voters of Arundecoit and from so many people in this room and people who aren't in this room. You know, the encouragement extended to me has really made the difference and given me the courage to come forward and provide public service in a way I haven't before in elected office. Thanks to Majority Leader Morelli and his incredible leadership, which is truly reflected in his stupendous staff at MCDC. Thank you, all of you, because I would never have been able to do this without your help, and I'd particularly like to recognize Kristen McCann. Thank you for helping me along the way. And also for the support of the Independence and Working Families Party, really important philosophies for me, and I'm so grateful for that support. Family and friends, and you know, there are, like everyone else, there are so many people to thank. And I look and see so many of your faces, and just little bits of advice you might have given me along the way, or you know, making food, donating food, walking door to door. It's sometimes even you know, giving me a meal after I walked all the time, walking door to door with me, going and getting signatures, and it's just so inspirational to me because. You believe in the system of government and election in a way that inspired me, because here I was stepping forward for public service, and you were also providing a public service by going door to door, and you were doing it with enthusiasm and excitement, and it really meant a lot to me, and it means a lot to our whole system of government. It wouldn't happen without that. And one of the people, there are so many who I'd love to name individually who I can't, but one person who really pushed me along when I needed it and went door to door with me was Mike Quatrachaka, and I want to thank him particularly. I am so impressed by our new supervisor, soon-to-be supervisor, Adam Bello. His vision and his approach are just laudable, and his sense of teamwork is contagious and energizing. We've already started working together. I'm looking forward to working together with John and Irina and Dave and Adam. And his sense of teamwork, Adam's sense of teamwork, has really brought us together. But also the concept that, and we all feel this way, it's not just like the team, it's the team. And it's all of you, and it's everyone in Arundecoit. And, you know, when I was walking door to door, a lot of times what I was asking people, and, you know, people will always contribute, you know, if they have a problem with something. But I would ask many people, so why do you live here? You know, what is it about Arundecoit that you love? And all of the answers that I received are things that you who live here understand and know, and it is a wonderful place to live. It is a wonderful place to visit, and we just have, you know, everyone's telling you what a great town this is. If you live here, you already know that. But we look forward to moving forward, and I look forward to working with this team and working with all of you, and thank you all, and Happy New Year. I'm walking away, but I wanted to mention my children, Jim and Katie, because they encouraged me from the very beginning, even before I thought of running for office, to do this. So thank you to you and your families. So.
Very much. We do have one more person to swear in. I think they're excited for you. All right. We'd like to invite Supervisor-elect Adam Bello to come on up. And as they do so, as they assemble, I want to give you a little information. Adam Bello has lived in Irondequoit his entire life. He graduated from West Irondequoit High School in 1998 and now resides on Pine Grove Avenue with his wife and 2 children. Right out of college, his first job allowed him to directly serve the people of Irondequoit, working as Assemblyman Morelli's Director of Constituent Services. He comes to the job of Town Supervisor after serving as the Chief Administrator of District Attorney Sandra Dorley's office. Joining him today, and they have been so good.
Yes, they have.
Yes, they have. His wife, Megan, and his 2 children, Jackson and Anna, and his parents as well. Would you like to administer the oath? All right.
I just keep stealing the microphone because what the hell. I've actually known Adam since he was a teenager, and I won't tell the stories I often tell about him. I'm sure they've already been told many times, but he came to work for me right out of college, and I have seen him go from a very excited, energetic, and eager young man to a thoughtful, dedicated, hardworking, and confident leader, and I could not be prouder of Adam Bello. So. You ready, Cats?
We're ready.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Adam J. Bello, do solemnly swear
I, Adam J. Bello, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Irondequoit Town Supervisor
of Irondequoit Town Supervisor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
They're standing for you. Wow.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. And thank you, Jennifer, for spending your holiday with us to serve as our Master of Ceremonies today. And thank you to all the participants, the Boy Scouts, Ms. Willpower, Father Travato, for participating today, and Majority Leader Morelli and Congresswoman Slaughter. It means a lot to us, not just for the people being sworn in today, but really for the whole town of Irondequoit. This is really a celebration for everybody. Before I begin, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge some very special people who are with us this afternoon. First, my heartfelt thanks to Supervisor DeRizio for her service to our town and for her graciousness in making this a smooth and successful transition. So thank you, Mary Joyce, and best wishes to you and your family in the new year. And thank you also to Paul Marasco and Deborah Esley for all you've done on behalf of our town. We are grateful, and we really wish you all the best. And to my new partners in town government, Irina, John, Lori, and Dave, it's always been a privilege to know and work with each of you in different capacities over the years. And I know we'll make a great team as a town board, and I'm really looking forward to working with you on behalf of Irondequoit. So thank you guys as well. And thank you to Congresswoman Louise Slaughter. I actually interned for Louise back in the fall of 2001 in her Washington office. And in D.C., I was able really to witness firsthand Louise's leadership and commitment to public service, not just for us here in Rochester, but we're really blessed to have a national leader here with us today and for the entire nation. And I can't thank you enough for everything and for all your words of advice today, so thank you. And over the last couple of years, I've had the chance to work with our great district attorney, Sandra Dorley, who's been such a tremendous boss and mentor to me. Sandra, thank you so much for your friendship and your encouragement. I know everybody's sad to see me go there, and I'm going to miss the DA's office. I really am. But I have to thank you for your friendship, your encouragement, and all I've learned while working with you. If it wasn't for your unwavering support, none of this would have been possible today, so thank you. And speaking of bosses and mentors who also became dear friends, I can honestly say I wouldn't be here today for so many reasons if it weren't for Kristen Anderson. For 11 years, her guidance, her judgment, and her unconditional devotion have made it possible for me to do so much more than I ever imagined I could do. She's the best campaign manager and friend anyone can have, and I sure hope I'll make her proud. So thank you, Kristen, who is... And the next person I want to thank doesn't really need an introduction in Irondequoit, or really anywhere else for that matter, and that's Assembly Majority Leader Joe Morelli. Joe often tells the story of hiring me somewhat reluctantly, because you see, my parents were friends of his, and it would make it a little awkward if things didn't work out and he'd have to fire me. Fortunately, I don't think he ever really wanted to fire me, or at least he never told me he did. And I still keep coming around, so I never really go anywhere. But I'm incredibly grateful that he did take that chance on me that day almost 12 years ago. I can't think of anyone else who cares more deeply about his community or knows more about public leadership and real meaning and importance of public service. From the county legislature to Assembly Majority Leader, Joe's never lost sight of what's important, and it's an example I'm always going to try to live up to. So thank you, Joe, for being there for me. And I've also been blessed to be by a supportive and loving family. From my parents, Jim and Gail, my grandparents, June and Jean, my entire Bello family, the Vasquezes, the Feelys, the Egertons. They've always been there to support and guidance, and I feel blessed every day to be part of just such a big, loving family. So thank you, guys. And you know, you saw it here when other people spoke today. You know, thanking your family is often the most important thing to do, because they really give up the most sacrifice when you run for public office. But it's also the most difficult part, because the emotion involved and just the sheer thanks that you want to convey to them. But I do want to thank my wife Megan and my two beautiful children, who are very patient today. So thank you, guys. But as most of you know, public service and campaigning for public office, these are not 9-to-5 jobs. Your workday starts when you wake up and you reach for that BlackBerry and read the emails that came in overnight, and there's no whistle that blows at 5 o'clock that says you're done. You can go home for the day. And that's why earlier this year, when I first talked to Megan and told her I was thinking about running for public office, I did so full well knowing I was asking for an extraordinary sacrifice. And her reaction could not have been more selfless. She gave me nothing but encouragement and motivation to start this journey, which brought us here today. They are constant reminders of what's truly important in life, and that's something we should all keep in mind as we go forward. People get caught up in the day-to-day of their work and things that are going on in life, but your family is truly what's important, so thank you. On a rainy day last June, I stood in front of a lot of the same folks who are here today to talk about the future of Irondequoit. I believed then that none of the problems we faced were beyond our ability to solve. And in the months that followed, as I walked door to door and met literally thousands of people throughout Irondequoit, that belief only grew stronger. When we consider all of our strengths, wonderful neighborhoods, hardworking families, involved citizens, and a strong sense of community holding us together, I think my optimism is justified. Think about it. A year ago, we were still struggling to move the I-Square project forward. At times, the obstacles seemed bigger than the goal itself, but we refused to give up. And today, I-Square is literally transforming the heart of the Titus-Hudson-Cooper corridor, a wonderful example of the kind of economic development we must and we will encourage in the future. A year ago, we were still debating the merits of a new library. And we all know that along the way, the proposal did hit a few roadblocks, including a typically inconvenient Rochester snowstorm on the day of the second vote back in December. But now we are expecting to break ground in the coming months, and I guarantee you the library will last a lot longer than any of the memories and disagreements that we may have had over it. And I'm confident that in the future we'll look back at the other long-standing challenges, the Medley Center certainly among them, and say the same thing. We stuck to it, and we found the answer. So I know we will find the answers, but I also know this. None of us have the answers. We'll only find them by working together, listening to each other, and making room for new ideas. I want to challenge the perception that here in Irondequoit we are too divided to really get things done, that nothing ever really gets resolved. As I said moments ago, our track record proves that that is not true, but the perception, unfortunately, still persists. Whatever our debates and divisions, nothing changes the fact that we are neighbors and fellow citizens of a town we love. And in the end, whatever the perceptions, we all want the same thing: safe streets, good schools, and a town government that delivers high-quality services while remembering that each and every tax dollar is hard-earned and should be treated that way. That's my commitment and my promise to you. Finally, I'd like to end on a very personal note. Throughout my life, Irondequoit has been home for me. It's where I grew up. It's where my parents live. It's where I've worked, where my wife teaches school. My wife and I, our fourth grade teacher is here today. It's just, and it's where she and I are raising our children. To play even a small part in the history of this town and have even a small say in what its future will be is an incredible honor that I'll always be grateful for. When it comes to public service, I've been lucky to learn from the very best, and I know what a great privilege and great responsibility elected office really is. And I do have to thank the voters for the faith, the trust, and the confidence that you've put in me. I know every day and every morning when I wake up, I know my job is to come here and work on behalf of you, and that's exactly what I will do. And I always will remember that I'm here for you and ensuring that Irondequoit's best days are ahead of us and making Irondequoit a better place for future generations. This administration, like any other, will have its good days and bad, but one thing that will never waver is my commitment to living up to that trust and faith you have placed in me. So we have a lot of work to do, and it's time to get started. So thank you very much for being here today and for sharing this special moment.
You said no one has the answers. I have an answer. Nordstrom. It's what we want in a mall, a Nordstrom. I volunteer for your Citizen Mall Advisory Committee. Who's with me? All right, two more pieces of business, if you don't mind. We have our benediction, which will be delivered once again by Father Joseph Travato.
Thank you very much. This benediction is from the Hebrew Scriptures, the book of Numbers. It's called Aaron's Prayer. And so I think we're indebted to our Jewish brothers and sisters for this beautiful blessing. And so to our new town board, the new administration, to all of us who call Irondequoit home, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord look kindly upon you and give you peace. Shalom. Amen.
Thank you all so much for coming and attending, and the town hall staff and volunteers for taking time on the holiday to be here. Don't leave yet. Some business to attend to. We're going to take a short recess. I say we go right ahead, though, to the brief organizational meeting. And after that, all guests are welcome to join us for the reception just outside the room, right out here in the town hall. Happy New Year. Thanks for coming. Let's get this meeting going.
Get your gavel in.
Gonna do it if I want to.
Ready?
Yeah, should we go ahead and start? Or?
I would.
All right, is Andy going to join us or no? Okay, I'm going to call to order the 2014 Arundecoit Town Board organizational meeting. Would the town clerk please call the roll?
Roll call. Councilwoman Barnum?
Here?
Councilman Perdicone?
Here.
Councilman Seeley?
Here.
Councilwoman Scrobach?
Present.
Supervisor Bello?
Here.
And attorney for the town.
Here.
Thank you. Items for board action. Item 1, authorizing the appointment of the town clerk for the town of Arundecoit. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Arundecoit approves the appointment of Barbara Janier, town clerk, for a 2-year term.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to make a couple of comments about Barbara here. You know, Joe Valentino talked about the support you get from the staff here in Arundecoit, and I think you guys will all see that the staff here is second to none that supports us, and Barb's a big part of that. And it showed when we just had our referendum vote a couple of weeks ago. I think it was very impressive, and we owe a lot of credit to Barb for putting that together. And thank you, Barb. And I fully support this 100%.
Thank you.
Any others? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Congratulations, Barb.
Item 2, authorizing the appointment of attorney for the town. Now therefore be it resolved that Harder, Seacrest, and Emery is appointed as attorney for the town.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Before we vote, I just want to say just a couple quick words about the town attorney. The town attorney has to be someone that we know and trust and have a good working relationship with. And I've had the opportunity to work with Ed Primo and Laura Smith from Harder, Seacrest, and Emery over the past several weeks and have been truly impressed. Not only the depth of their knowledge and thoroughness of advice, but really what I sense is a true desire to see Arundecoit succeed. And I think they're really going to be a great asset to our town. So with that, I'd ask the town board to approve this resolution. Any other discussion? No? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thank you. Congratulations, Ed, and Laura Smith right over there.
Item number 3, authorizing the appointment of a deputy supervisor for the town of Arundecoit. Now therefore be it resolved that the town supervisor of the town of Arundecoit hereby appoints John Perdicone as deputy supervisor.
And is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
And any discussion?
I'd just like to say this is, to me, a no-brainer. I'd like to call John the elder statesman of the group, but he looks younger than I do.
Senior.
Senior.
There's no one in this room that cares more about the town of Arundecoit than John, and he's worked hard over the past 6 years and even before that to make this town a better place. And we're going to rely on him for his counsel and leadership, and I enthusiastically support this.
Well, thank you, and I'm humbled and very appreciative of the support of the board of that, and I won't take this appointment lightly at all. Thank you.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Item number 4, authorizing the appointment of an assistant to the town supervisor for the town of Arundecoit. And now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Arundecoit approves the appointment of Sarah Culp, assistant to the town supervisor.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. I do want to say, I can't think of anyone who'd be more perfect fit for this position. I've known Sarah for many, many years. And I think she's most known in Irondequoit really for her commitment to community service, most notably her roles at the Irondequoit Ministerial Association, the Irondequoit Youth Advisory Board, and the Irondequoit Community Cupboard. She has a deep caring and passion for this community, and I can't think of a better person to work with here at Town Hall.
And just one comment, I can personally call Sarah a good friend of mine, and she'll be a great asset to the town. If anybody has any problems, you call Sarah from now on. Sarah, good luck, and I know this is it'll be a great appointment for the town, and I look forward to working with Sarah on a day-to-day basis.
Good team. All right, with that, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Congratulations, Sarah, who's sitting right in the back of the room there.
Item number 5, adopt a resolution to bond town officers, clerks, and employees. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Irondequoit approves the bonding of the officers, clerks, and employees of the town.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion passes. Thank you.
Item number 6, adopt a resolution to designate an official town newspaper. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Irondequoit approves designating the Irondequoit Post as the official town newspaper.
Is there a motion?
Moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, with a motion and a second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Item number 7, adopt a resolution to open competitive bids. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Irondequoit approves authorizing the town clerk or the deputy town clerk to open competitive bids of public works and purchase contracts pursuant to the town's procurement policy and applicable law.
Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, with a motion and a second, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Item number 8, adopt a resolution authorizing the supervisor to enter into a transition service agreement with Labella Associates. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Irondequoit approves authorizing the supervisor to enter into a transition service agreement with Labella Associates for engineering services not to exceed $4,999.99 until such time that a town engineer is selected pursuant to the town's procurement policy and applicable law.
Okay, and is there a motion?
Moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. And I just want to speak to this particular resolution briefly. This particular resolution serves as the first step towards a significant restructuring of the Community Development Department. Community Development currently handles code enforcement, planning and zoning, and engineering services, just to name a few, which places it at the heart of many critical issues facing Irondequoit. And it's our responsibility that whether we're dealing with building the new library, handling projects such as I-Square, or dealing with a situation at Medley Center, we're prepared and well organized. So in the coming weeks, we'll be announcing a restructuring of this department, creating a new organizational plan that's going to make Irondequoit a place that attracts new businesses and new residents. And this resolution is necessary to engage professional engineering services necessary for that transition. Labella and Associates has a long history of completing successful projects here in Irondequoit, and therefore I think they're well situated to serve in this capacity, making sure we receive nothing but the best services while this restructuring is taking place. Is there any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Item number 9, adopt a resolution approving the 2014 regular town board and workshop meeting dates. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Irondequoit approves the following dates for the regular town board and workshop meetings: The workshop meetings are going to be held at 4 o'clock on the second Thursday of the month. The regular town board meetings at 7 p.m. on the third Thursday of the month. And these will be posted and published.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
I just want to point out to residents that this is a slight change from the previous year. We will be meeting the town board on the workshops on the second Thursday of the month, and then the third Thursday for the regular town board meetings. With the motion and a second, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Item number 10, adopt a resolution to require checks to be countersigned by the comptroller or town clerk. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Arundequoit approves the requirement of having all checks disbursing money belonging to the town to be countersigned by either the comptroller or town clerk.
So moved.
Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Item number 11, authorizing the appointment of the town historian for the town of Arundequoit. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Arundequoit approves the appointment of Patricia Wayne as town historian for a 2-year term.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I would love to say that we are very fortunate, I think, that to have Mrs. Wayne, Pat Wayne. I've always called her Mrs. Wayne. This is my first time calling her Pat Wayne. She was my history teacher. And she brings such a wonderful sense of history and sense of place to Arundequoit, and it strengthens our town. And so I endorse her and recommend her.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Congratulations, Patricia, who's in the back of the room there.
Item number 12, authorizing the appointment of a bingo inspector for the town of Arundequoit. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Arundequoit approves the appointment of Christine Pagoda as bingo inspector for the town.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Congratulations, Christina. Is Christine here? There she is. Congratulations. Okay. That concludes the resolutions on today's agenda. We promised we'd keep it short. But I want to thank everyone again for being here today and for participating in today's ceremony and in the organizational meeting. And want to welcome you to stay. We're going to have a reception out in the hallway. I also just want to also express my thanks and gratitude to the town staff and department heads, and again to Supervisor DeRizio for their help in ensuring a smooth transition, a smooth and successful transition. So thank you all very much, and I hope you all have a safe and happy New Year. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
All